All right, we're back. All right, Casey, please answer the question of growth.
Yes.
How's it been for you?
So I think I've grown exponentially. My 8th grade year, I was very outgoing. I participated in every sport that my school had to offer and almost every club. I was also the 8th grade class president and the treasurer. It's very
At the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was
That's a
very
tough position.
complicated situation. But then I moved here and really went back into my shell even more than I had already been. But then this year, Jade just took to me. I don't know. She was like, okay, like we're friends now. And she brought me, well, I pulled her into Model UN, and she pulled me into mock trial, and she even pulled me into a out-of-state speech and debate competition in which we got very sick. But it was very fun, and now she's pulling me into this, and it's been very great for my growth. I'm now like talking to a lot more people.
That's great. You had a question for Mr.
I
Canfield
do.
while we're on break.
Mr. Canfield, on the topic of growth, this is been your first year as a principal. What has been the most shocking thing that you've had to deal with and like go through as your?
Well, I mean, shocking might not be the word for me, because I was lucky enough to be an assistant principal here. So it was a brand new scenery. It was a brand new staff, brand new students, teachers. So I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to really connect with people prior to being promoted into the principal job. I would say that the most kind of eye-opening experience is the amount of detail that you have to have on every specific thing, meaning, some things you don't have to be in the weeds on. I need to be in the weeds, as I say, on everything, from making sure this wall is painted correctly, to making sure we have textbooks and Chromebooks in the classroom, to making sure the air conditioning is running, to make sure the heater's running, and to make sure I'm staffed correctly. It's just a variety of things. I always say as principals, we're running almost a mini city, because you have your population, you have the health office, you have your governor board, which is assistant principals, you have your leaders in the classroom, and so you're kind of managing. You're the mayor, of a mini city, and so some of the things of course we'll take care of this or that, but no, you need to be in the weeds, and you need to know every little move that's going to be happening here. And it took a little bit of time for that, to understand that. Now I have a great system in place, but it was one of those eye-opening experiences as well. There's a lot more than people know, even as assistant principals, that go on in a building, because as a principal, you need to know every aspect of what's happening, from smaller lecture. I don't even need to make a decision on things, but I need to know what's happening, right? And so that was kind of an adjustment for me.
Well, this is a rare moment for us, actually. I'm sorry. Did I cut someone off over here?
Oh, no, it's okay.
Oh, okay. This is a rare moment for us because we actually have a question posed to us this time. So can we hear it?
Okay, so the question to the three of you is, since we're talking about growth, the lessons you guys have learned here at Canyon, how will you guys put it to use in college or in life in general?
Okay, that's a good
We're
question.
thinking about it. We're processing. Oh,
You already got yours? Okay, go ahead.
I feel like the main lesson that I learned here at Canyon Springs was to always network. Like, since freshman year, that was the main thing that I've been told. All the field trips that I've been on, all of the, BSU meetings that we've had is always, network, because that's the most important thing. And my plan going into, the future into college and stuff is, the very first day I'm going to go introduce myself to my professors. I'm going to sit at the front row. I'm going to sit right there, maybe a little bit of teacher's pet, but it's okay. Like you said, there's no such thing as a teacher's pet when you want to get to know your teachers. So I feel like networking is a big part of who I am now, because it's just so much fun getting to know every single thing about every single person,
I would agree with Sky. I think networking is definitely really important. I would also, I think my personal, thing I've learned here is dealing with adversity, whether it's with a teacher or with friendships or even with, a homework assignment. I think with college, it's going to be, amplified by, 1,000%, especially since I'm moving so far away from home and going to an environment I've never been before, and just dealing with things on my own to trust myself more. I think being here at school and dealing with just the smallest, argument, or whether I want to retake a test, whatever it could be, I think trying to understand that now will be a lot more helpful for when I go to the future. So,
Well, let's see. I didn't answer the question on growth, so I'm going to tie it in here. So the lessons I've learned, a good lesson I've learned, this is a personal one for me, is that I could not grow without myself or by myself, right? So throughout my whole life until I got to Canyon Springs, I was always taught, you'll grow up, you'll get a wife, you'll have some kids, and then that's it, right? I was never taught that growing actually takes more than one person. So when I got here and I met Sky chose to be my friend. Sky chose to, stay with me, make me get Instagram. She didn't have to do any of that. But I realized I couldn't build myself without people building me. So I guess that's one of the biggest lessons. You can even see this. This podcast is a good example. You go back to episode 1, I'm a fraction of who I am now. You know what I mean? And it is deep, you know what I'm saying? I'm really cooking on these last 2 podcasts right now. We're getting our ad limit.
Sentimental.
I don't know. It's just, I'm glad to be who I actually am now. Because before I was a shell. I was just going to class, getting grades, getting letters, and that's it. But now I'm making a movie, you know what I'm saying? Promote that soon. I'm teaching people how to use equipment. I'm networking with, most importantly, the Nevada Broadcasting Association. Maybe we can work out a scholarship there. I'm doing things now, and it actually feels like I'm progressing with my life. What before I was just waiting for nothing. And that's another lesson. Don't wait for nothing. You got to move.
Yeah.
You got to move.
I love hearing that. I want to just add on to Ethan, is that, same thing, right? But it was more, let's say, my career-wise. I was just going through the motions. I was a teacher. Where am I going to go with this, And then you have a couple people, like you said, Sky fell in. I had a couple people fall into my life. And I've talked about this on other podcasts, it's that people that don't care about how they're going to be rewarded, they care about you. Right. And how can we make you better, right? So they have nothing for them to win on. They just want to see you grow. And if you can find people in your life that are willing to do that, that will meet with you and just give you advice. It could be simple advice or major advice. And you could always rely on them. You got a quick question. I'm just struggling on this. And they're ready to pick up that phone and have a conversation with you. It's life-changing. And I know it sounds extreme, but it is life-changing. And I still rely on my 3 or 4 mentors to this day. And they're so proud of me, but they're more proud of the fact that I'm more proud of the fact that they took that time to work with me and to be with me and support me. And so I can't disappoint them, and they'll never want to disappoint me. So finding those little people in your life can take you off into different directions you would never believe. You're like, 5 years ago I was doing this, and now look at me here because of a couple moves that you made, and it changes your life completely. So please remember all of that on this table.
I think you're my person. When the person you're describing, I feel like sophomore year when I was doing my project with you, you motivated me a lot. And I mean, in the community, in the Girl Scout community, so I've gotten so many praises for my project. And I think it's because of your help. You kept me strong. And then when I did it again for Sedway, it was your guidance that really helped me. And so I think now that I'm a senior, looking back, like our relationship, we communicate a lot, we talk a lot, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. There was something special about you when you walked in my office. I was like, I got to work with her here. She was all in. So, no, you guys have all that ability. So I appreciate those statements. But those are the little things, right, that make those connections, and it'll help a lot out. So, and we all got to stay in contact. Us 3 will stay in contact. And if anything, I can support you guys with moving forward. But also, please visit and be mentors for kids here. They know who you are. Come back. I usually have kids come back during Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving break, because you guys are off in college.
Right.
And I bring back about 15 students, and we just do a panel about your first half a semester or semester called do's and don'ts. What's the right thing to do, and how would you approach certain things, and it's just for seniors. And I'm going to do that this year. I would love for you guys to come back, if you guys are coming back for Thanksgiving, to come to Canyon Springs and visit and have that conversation with our seniors moving on.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I have a fun question for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Today is the day, the staff versus student soccer game. I heard you're the coach, so how you feeling?
Well, actually, I'm the player.
Oh, you're
Oh,
playing?
hold on.
Now we have to go.
We have to.
We
go.
have
We'll
to
be
go.
there. We'll be there.
So
Putting all
this
those.
has turned into a
Yeah.
bigger than I expected. So my amazing secretary set up some. So I'm a soccer guy. I played college
Right.
soccer for 4 years. So she was trying to find something. What would Mr. Canfield like? And she's like, soccer. So we set up this game, staff versus students. We have about 30 teachers and staff coming out to play. 30. No joke. They're all signed up.
Wow.
And then we got about 25, 30 students, which is a lot of female, male soccer players, that they play. We have coaches. We have staff members that are cheerleaders that are going to cheer on our side. We have 12 cheerleader staff members. They have their outfits and everything. The cheerleaders for Canada will cheer on the player side or the student side. We're barbecuing out here. We have DJs out here. We're going to have, I don't want to say everything, but we got MCs. We it's a whole thing. So going back to the game, I was really excited a couple months ago because I'm nervous a little bit now. I'm 45, and so I'm been
Right.
stretching out a little bit because everybody's like, "Oh, wait till Canfield gets carried on a stretcher out here, a tweak here or there. You're not 22 anymore, Mr. Canfield." But I'm super excited and show my skill a little bit. I got a little skill still, so
Okay.
but I don't know if I'm going to be running as much. But it's going to be a fun time, and this is another example, bringing community, everybody together, and let's just have a blast out here and have some fun. But yes, I will be playing center mid. I'll be directing how the balls are played. I'm going to be checking in. I don't know if you know soccer, but checking
know a little
in,
bit.
and then I'll just be distributing balls left and right. And then if I got an opportunity, I'll bang a goal or two in, and
That roll?
hopefully we win the game. Going ahead, and
Humbled. I like
we'll
that.
Yes, we will.
a little cocky about soccer. It's my jam.